Hi, in this lesson, we will see about few settings that are present in Google Ads Editor. So this lesson that we are discussing now is going to be a little advanced. So I suggest you to watch it very carefully, okay? And I am also telling you, if you are confused, I also suggest you to skip this lesson and watch it again whenever you are convenient. Okay? So let's go into Google Ads Editor, right? And here we go to tools. Okay, we see all the settings present in this tools and settings options. Okay, again I am telling you, watch very carefully and listen very carefully because this is going to be little advanced. Okay, settings. So here in this first section you see the first option, so when importing ads with the different URLs, here in the drop down you have three different options: change existing URLs or paths to new URLs or these things. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so how can we how can we know all these settings means? So let's see one by one. Okay, so when you select this option, change existing URLs or the paths to new URLs or paths. So when importing the ads, okay, this is these two options, these two options. Okay, these two options are related to only the final URL. Okay, only the final URL, please remember. So I'm copying this ad here, going to RSA. So where is it? Yeah, here. So let's take this enabled one only. Okay, so I'm copying this one. Okay, and I am pasting here. Let's take this new one, right? Paste it here. Yeah, we have pasted it here successfully. So when you change this final URL, here it is the final URL, right? Right. So let's open this website again. Okay. Yes. So let's wait few more seconds. Yeah. So I am copying this one. Okay. Let's see first. Okay. This is the, let's say we haven't made any changes. Let's copy this one, everything, and going to editor, make multiple changes. My data includes columns and headers, and paste and process. So this will be skipped because we haven't made any changes. Now let's say what in the tools and settings, what is the first option we have selected? So change existing URLs or paths to new URLs or paths. Okay, so here I am changing the URL. Okay, I am changing the URL. Copy and paste. Okay, now let's see what happens. Copy, go to editor, make multiple changes. Okay, right, let's see what happens. We see here one ad is updated, so the current ad, you know this ad is updated because we have changed the final URL and it got updated. So in some cases what happens, uh, we want a new ad with the only final URL. Okay, only the final URL is different and everything should be same. So we want such ads. So in such cases what we will do? So I am reverting this. Okay, I am reverting. Right, now I'm going to tools and settings. Here I am changing create new ad if display URL or final URL or path is different. Okay, and click on OK. Now again I am copying this one, going to editor and make multiple changes. My data includes, and paste. Process. You see here one ad is created. Okay, you are getting my point now. How we can play with these options present in the settings, right? So in the first case the ad got updated, and in the second case a new ad is added. The only difference between these two ads is the final URL, that's it, and everything is same, right? You are getting me? and again I am reverting them, so I am pressing Ctrl Z. Okay, so this is how you can play with the settings. And the third option is create new ad if display URL or path is different. That's it. So here it is only talking about the display URL or path, and in the second option it is also talking about the final URL. So based on your requirement you can choose your options. Okay, and the second one, so when importing ad extensions with different final URL. Okay, this is for site links. You are getting me right? For the site links we will give final URL, right? So for those final URL, if you want to update the existing URL, you can simply go with the first option. Or if you wanted to add the final URL, so the link text, the headlines and descriptions will be same. But with the same text as you want a different two different final URLs. In that case, you can choose the second option. Okay, you are getting me? So this is how you can play. Let's see this one. Okay, so we are done with the import section, and next is the export section. Okay, and in the export section, the first one, always include account column. Okay, so I am selecting this one. So before this, let's see here. So here if you observe, so here if you observe, so the mapping I have told you, right? Here we are only seeing campaign, ad group, ad type. That's it. So what happens, in the agencies or in if you are working with the clients will be having multiple Google Ads account based on the strategy he is using. So for the same region, let's say suppose for I am in India, so he would have had a separate account for a separate state. Okay, there is a possibility. So in such cases, in order to uh, what happens, you need to upload ad copies at a time for all the states. How will you identify? So again, you cannot go into individual accounts and you cannot open all the Google Ads editors, right? For each state there will be each Google Ads account, Google Ads editor, right? Obviously with the Google Ads engine you will be having separate Google Ads editor, so you cannot open multiple Google Ads editors, right? So how can you do in that case? You are getting my point, right? So in that case what you can do, as I told you, go to the accounts and open this. Here you will add all those accounts first. Okay, when you add all those accounts, when you open all those accounts at a time, here you will be able to see those accounts. Okay, and when you able to see these accounts, you should also able to see those mapping account name here, right? So this is where this the first option comes handy. Okay, when you select this first option, okay, I'm clicking OK, and I'm copying this one and I'm pasting here. Now observe what is the difference, right? You see what is the difference? Here the account number has come, the account name has come. Okay, these two columns are added extra so that, as I told you, whenever you upload a keyword or ad copy, you have to specify into which ad group it is going and into which campaign it is going, right? When you are using multiple accounts, you need to also specify into which account it is going and into which account ID it is going. Okay, the path should be very clear. You are getting my point, right? So this is helpful when you are managing multiple Google Ads account. Okay, and the next option, settings. Okay, this is include original columns in CSV or exports. So before that, let's see. Okay, uh, let's close this one. So I'm turning off this first option, right? Going into here again, I'm removing this, delete row 5 6, right? Now let's say if I want to change any of the headline present here. Okay, so let's say we have a headline for like let's what is this? Okay, let's say headline 4 is um, Google Ads editor, right? So let's first post this ad copy, then I will show you the second option, benefits. Okay, paste, process, added. So you see one is added here. Finish and review. Okay, why it has added? Because it has added because in the tools and settings here we have choose this second option, no, that is why it has added. Click OK. So I am reverting this. So in the first add copy I want to add fourth headline, Google Ads editor, right, and I want to post this. So I am doing this because you will learn, you will see how I am doing. Okay, I'm selecting, I'm going here, I'm removing this one. Okay, so don't get confused, I'm just removing these old ad copy because uh, as we have added new headline, so that we will be having some headline 4. I wanted to show you one thing here, so I have copied it and pasted here. Okay, right. Now if you observe, so if I want to change any of the text in headline 4, let's say earlier it is Google Ads editor, now I want to add this here, I want to change it as only Google Ads. Let's see what will happen. Okay, so let's I have done Control Z. Let's keep this as original. Okay, okay, don't get confused. Okay, so I have copied and pasted down here. So this is version 1. So here in this version 1 I am changing headline 4, right? Let's see what happens. Okay, copied, make multiple changes and paste, process. Okay, one, that responsive search ad has updated. Okay, it has got updated, right? So I'm rejecting it and let's see now once again. So I'm copying this original one, I'm pasting it here. This is version 2. So now I am changing the headline in text in headline 3. Okay, online advertising, I am removing this mastering, whatever. Okay, so I am changing, I have changed the headline 3. Now see, copy, go to editor, make multiple changes and paste. Let's see what happens. It has added, right? Ideally what should happen, it should get updated, right? In the first version we have seen it should get updated, but here it is getting added. Why it's so? So let's revert them, I will tell you. So for the headline 1, you see, okay, for headline 1, for headline 1, right, 1, headline 2 and headline 3, when you make any of the changes in these headline 1, 2 and 3, please listen very carefully. When you make any of the changes in headline 1, 2 and 3, in such cases a new ad will be created. Okay, and from headline 4 to 4 to 15. So if you make any of the changes in headline 4 to 15, that ad will be updated. Okay, and similarly for description 1 and 2, when you make any of the changes in description 1 and 2, that ad will be added. Okay, that will be considered as a new ad. And for description 3 and 4, when you make any of the changes in description 3 and 4, that ad will be updated. Okay, don't get confused. So in such cases how can we deal? So when you make any of the changes in the headline 1, headline 2 and headline 3, you don't want to make them those ads as in new ads, you just wanted to update them, right? So how can you do it? So we can do it. Okay, I'm going into editor. So here tools and settings, in the settings I am selecting this include original columns. Okay, select, Okay, now I am copying this one, the first ad, and you see when I add this when I copy paste this ad here, few new headlines, few new columns were added. You see here, headline 1 original column, this is headline, and headline 2 original column, and this is headline 2, this is headline 3 original column, and this is headline 3. And from 4 to 15 there won't be any originals. Okay, and for description 1 and description 2 there will be original, and for description 3 and description 4 there won't be any original. And similarly for this, right? Now you got right. Now if I wanted to change the headlines present in headline 1, 2 and 3, I want to make those ads as updates only. I don't want to add them as new one. So how can I do? So in such cases, so you need to select that option that I have shown in the editor, and you come here. Suppose here we have thought of this one, right? So you don't do anything in the original column. So you do this. You make changes in this headline 3. Okay. So here I am changing this as online advertising only. Okay. So now copy this one. Copy. Go to editor. Make multiple changes. Paste. Now see what happens. It has updated. Right. Now you are getting me right. How to make these changes and how to use these settings. So as I told you, this is little advanced, so please pay attention and practice. So only thing that can save you is the practice. So practice as many examples as possible. Okay, so I hope you have understood this option. So I am checking out this option. Okay, now the next one. So this is the startup page. So all these are next are the very simple settings only. So startup. So on startup, open overview page. So I am closing this ads editor now. Let's see. Okay, I am opening again. So if you observe, when this is opening, it is starting from the overview, right? So what happens, when with this option, if yours is a bulk account, if yours is a big account, so it will take a little time in fetching these numbers. So if you don't want to waste any of the time, so simply go to settings here, and you can choose just campaign table, open campaign table. Okay, and again I am closing this one and open. You see here, now it has opened here in the campaigns table. So you can save a few seconds of time, right, while working with the editor like this. And next option, so all these are not needed. Sign out when I exit Google Ads editor. You don't want this because whenever you open the editor, it will always ask for login. So it is a time consuming process. No, so we don't want it. Okay, next. So next is the download removed campaigns, ad groups and set groups. Okay, by default, we only see the enabled and paused ones. I am keeping all. So here only the enabled and paused campaigns and enabled and paused data is present. If you want to also see the removed data in the Google Ads editor, if you want to also download the removed campaigns data and removed keywords from the engine to the editor, in such case you can select this first option. Okay, and download all the images and videos. So we can add images and videos as well in the engine. In the like next coming classes we will be dealing about it in the PMax and in the like in the image extensions. I have told you, right, in the image extensions we can use images in the videos. So from engine you can also download those sets so that you can view those images and videos here itself, right? If you want to those, you can simply click this. Okay, and use exact match search. All these are not needed. Okay, so these are the simple settings only, you can go through them, right? And default campaign settings. So as I told you when I was creating this editor, so we can change those settings, so we can change from here. Okay, and these are the default campaign network settings. For search campaign, only search. For this is for the search campaign, so it is including display network and search partners. As I told you, for search campaign, so when you enable display network, it will act as an hybrid campaign because It will also show users from the display network who has a different intent of search behavior. Okay, so don't use for search campaign display network. Okay, for search campaigns don't use display network. Okay, and click on OK. So I hope you have understood this lesson about settings present in Google Ads Editor. So I suggest you practice again and again so that you will be very proficient in it. Okay, we will meet in the next lesson.